most of the students of mine, I'm telling, when I say mine, it is not just in the class, it is the personal rapport and personal attachment and personal motivation and personal activating aspect. I have got many, to name it. I think all of them come here. I invite my student personalities for all my functions as chief guests. When I went to the Bharati Vidya Bhavan, London to address the gathering there, that time my students across UK came to the campus to meet me and say hello to me. I think a teacher cannot have any other wealth other than this type of wealth of students who can respond to our real contribution given to them. So children, never I have treated students as students. I have treated students as my children. This is very clear. Always. And first, your footing must be strong. First, you should correct yourself before correcting others. The change you want to see in others should be the change in yourself is the first. This is Mahatma Gandhi's astounding statement. You cannot ask somebody to change. For example, some roommate is there. He is a playful fellow, or she or he is not interested in studies. So you don't have to find fault with him, because if you are contented and confirmed and you are able to have faith in yourself and acknowledge yourself, I think nothing can shake you. Nothing can put you down. You cannot study for competition, you can study for your own satisfaction, for your own involvement, for your own finding yourself, for your own really having some life in future. You are doing for future, you cannot live for the day. You are living for the day, for the next day. Hope if you can't know that there is next day, and how can you live for the day? Mahindra Davangere, who was the rank student at the PU level, and he got rank in CET. That time there was no NEET and JEE. JEE he didn't take. CET he took. And then he came back to college, and then he said he wants to do degree in computer science. See, one is your own ambition, and one is societal forced ambition, one is peer pressure option for you. Three things are there with you. You should know that. You should know that. I'll come to that point. How long you live is not important. How long you study is not important. How well you study is important. How well you live is very important. That's what you have to take message from the successful students. I went to Purdue University. I saw my students doing in a very, very, very big way in physics, chemistry and all. I told them, better get a Nobel Prize, I can come at least in that pretext. I went to Purdue University to meet my students when I went to America and to chair the session of Buddhism and Science in Northwest University of California. I went because they all were waiting, ma'am. It's the other part of the America, East and West. Still I went because for me, students are my life. I tell you, hardships, if you can challenge yourself, then you can create something the best. You cannot challenge others. You should challenge yourself. This is what I have done and this is what I have been doing. I started teaching at the age of 21. Even today I am not tired, but I am so happy to really share my life or share my thoughts or share my reflections, which has given me this strength. I enjoy the statement given by Nelson Group, that is, tough times never last, tough people will last forever. Even I don't like children having luxury life at home also, because student life should be rustic life. Student life should be really giving them challenges at every step. Winning over that challenge itself builds up a great personality in you to face anybody. I'll tell you, nobody gave us any motivational speeches or nothing at home also, nobody to encourage. At every point of time, they were telling that you are a girl and you should stop studying. You are a girl, you cannot take up medicine in Hubli. You are a girl, you cannot take up IAS course in Delhi. When I got medical seat, when I passed in IAS, they never sent me. But look at your girls, you're all so much encouraged by your parents and they pay so much fees. And they told that we can't even pay the fees. Because we were all born to very lower middle class. And those days it was not the rule of the day that the girls should be educated. Okay, you can go with your brother and do whatever you want, that's all. Go with your brother, as long as he is there in that school, you be there, afterwards you stop. That was the thing which I had. But still, look at the thing. That type of girl from the very conservative family going up to the international level, and I think your parents must expect that you should create wonders, not blunders. Wonders you should create. What wonders? You should challenge yourself. One first step for success is that even if the whole world believes in you and you don't believe in yourself, you don't have faith in yourself, you don't have confidence in yourself, nothing can happen. The best of the best under the sky cannot make you the best. But the best of the best in you can make the world best. Did you understand? World best. That's very important for you. First motivational thing is, you believe yourself. You believe others. You think that your responsibility in the hands of the principal, in the hands of the teachers, in the hands of the parents. Except you, everybody should be responsible. This is the first step of the failure. First step of the failure. So when you believe yourself, you create yourself. But if you don't create yourself, I think you are going to decay. Nothing will stay there. Swami Vivekananda told that. Students are the strength, youth is the strength of the nation. And so cast them young. Cast them young. What he said, he wanted dozen youth to change India. But we have innumerable number of youths getting educated today. But I don't know whether really education is helping our children. First, to understand yourself. Have you understood yourself? Now all of you have come for science, all of you have come for commerce. See, in that age, when they refused for medical to send me, when I was a CBZ student, those days, only if you take CBZ you can go to medical. So, chemistry, zoology and botany. I got very good percentage. But they told, no, you can't go to Hubli. I got seat. I thought Mysore Medical College I didn't get. Hubli Medical College I got. No. Okay, fine. That door was closed. So why should I keep quiet? I started opening another door. When I went to degree, I thought I must do my best here. Then afterwards, first year they started IAS there. I without telling my parents, I joined that coaching for 6 months. That was the first and last batch there. Then only I came across all great veteran teachers in Mysore University. Be it English, be it in history, be it in any subject, sociology. English was one of the important things those days for IAS, but today they have changed. In regional language you can write. But we had to know that English, general English and general reasoning, and I'm very fortunate to get such teachers. So when I got through, they said, no, we can't send you to Delhi for so many years, the eldest daughter of the house, and we can't send, you should get married and go. I said, okay, stop it. But I had passion for teaching right from my childhood. So I took up my passion and developed as a profession and combined profession and passion and found satisfaction. This is very important. So you people now, coming to you, this particular batch or any student batch, paying fees, getting a good institution, getting all comforts, getting a room, getting food, getting very good environment. All these things are one side. All these things you have to put it in one pan of balance. In the other pan, you are there. You. If you are not there, if you are not awakened, if you don't arise, did you understand? Awake, arise, stop not till you reach the goal. Whose statement it is? Swami Vivekananda's. Uttishtada jagrata prapya varan nibodhat. Uttishtada jagrata, awake, arise, stop not till you reach the goal. Now you people should get awakened. I have come here to do my NEET or do my JEE, and my parents are what? Provided you have that impulse. Otherwise you should have been very frank in telling that I don't have passion for this. I have passion for literature. I have passion for that. But if those doors are closed, but this door has to open very wide. Now the what is in hand is worth, we say a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. Don't dream about something which you have missed, but think about the thing what you have in the hand. So that's why Krishna says, Atmaiva Atmano Bandhuhu Atmaiva Ripuratmana Uttared Atmanatmanam Atmanam Avasadayati. This is an education given to a person who was very intelligent, very powerful, very brave, very successful person, very great learned person, that is Arjuna. Even a rank student will sometimes fail in understanding himself, and he cannot control his emotions, he cannot control his unwanted desires, and so he tries to sell himself to all these things and deviate from his main track to the side track. He says, you are the enemy for yourself, you are the friend for yourself, nobody else is enemy for yourself. How do you say that you are the enemy for yourself? When you cannot fight the negative aspects which are coming up in your mind or in your life, which is coming in the way of your education, and trying to put a stop. Now, for example, procrastination. Teachers do some lessons and they say that tomorrow it has to be done. If they say tomorrow you have to do it today itself. If they say do it today, you have to do it that moment itself. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಇದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಮಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ನಾಳೆ ಎಂಬುದು ಇಂದು, ಇಂದು ಎಂಬುದು ಈಗ, ಇಂದು ಎಂಬುದು ಈಗಲೇ ಅಂತ. This is the time management. Time management. Don't postpone anything for good things, but postpone definitely for any bad things. See, teenage, you should understand, my dear children, it is two kind. One is golden age and one is stone age. Golden age, if you go behind golden age and you want to enjoy, you want to entertain, and you want to really excel in all other unwanted extracurricular activities, that becomes a stone age. That becomes a stone age, barbaric. What is barbaric? Barbaric is do as you feel. Did you understand? Man is not a barbaric person. He is the crown of creation. He has been endowed with rational thinking, even to get up now and talk or dance, and you cannot do that because you know to think that this is the assembly, I cannot do this and I should not do this. If I do, I will be punished. Which is not there in the animals. You all study biology, zoology, everything. You study physics, you study chemistry, science of proportion you study. Science of proportion is very important when you are studying for our academic things. One is academic. Golden age, it becomes when you can tackle your negative aspects. Unnecessarily sitting and talking and simply you will ring up parents and you will simply trouble them. This is not there, that is not there. See, for studies, you don't need anything.
You need only one, that your attention, and you motivate yourself that I come here to study, I will study, and I will get out of the campus with a good record in my hand. It is not for parents' children, it is not for the institution, it is for your life. Living is not everything. Life includes living. Living doesn't include life. Tomorrow when you have to take up some profession or some very challenging jobs, challenging courses, you should develop a strong personality. Today, skill-based education is more given importance than only the formal academic education. You should understand yourself, you should know yourself, you should try to fight against yourself, and you should try to really pamper yourself with all good things within your mind. Yes, I can do, I will do, I shall do, I must do. That's all. This is how you have to pamper yourself. Easy. The failure people, if you ask, the simple answer is impossible. Split that and you go to a successful person, he says, I am possible. Not that it is possible for me, but he says, I am possible. I myself is a possible person. So this is the definition how you have to take it, and you should not try to give excuses. See, even if we don't take bath, no problem. Even if we don't take one day meals or breakfast, God has given us a lot of energy in ourselves. Every energy is stored. It can sustain. Otherwise, our Buddha and Mahavira and our Maharshis and all were doing penance for 12 long years. It is not that. You cut off the mind from your body, I think you can sit and study for hours together. It's the body which is troubling you. But if your mind is concentrating on the body, I think it answers all the questions of the body and the mind fails to know itself. Mind and body, see, it should go in rhythm. You should not listen to body, but you should listen to your mind. The body should listen to your mind. When I say body, it is not just the hands and like your emotions, your passions, your desires, all those things. It should listen to you. Not that you should listen to that. Boys and two of them were passing in front of the hotel. Those days, very masala dosa when they do, the aroma comes to the street only. But nowadays it's all very interior, no problem. But these people, had only money to board the bus and go to school. But they were tempted to eat masala dosa. They were tempted. But finally one fellow told, we'll eat and we'll go slowly. But the next person told, no, we'll miss the class. Even if we go by walking, we'll be missing 2 hours. I don't want to miss those 2 hours. This boy told, no, so nice aroma is coming. I want to eat masala dosa. It's common. But that person told that this type of masala dosas we can eat any number if we go and study very well and then start earning. Just you think we'll go and attend that. Those 2 classes are very important. And they boarded the bus and they went to school. This is what I'm talking to you, that you should control. There was a very interesting story I would like to share with you. One ant, it was just, when the writer was observing, it was just moving and it was taking one big leaf to its nest. Every time it used to miss, again it used to take, and you can imagine how many failures it must have encountered. And finally there was a crack on the floor. It could not, because crack means it will go inside, no? So what it did, it kept the leaf there and it went round where there is little place, and from there again it started pulling. After pulling, I'll tell you, ending is very important. It just took up to the nest with great difficulty, but ants hole, how much it is. You can't even see, it's like a very micro. It could not take the leaf inside its home. It has taken so much pains from here and taken even the crack on the floor also it has overcome, but it could not take the leaf to its house. So, the philosophy here is, we carry big burden of our life which is useless for us at the end of our goal. This is the message. We carry so many things with great difficulty. The values keep changing from childhood to our final stage. Once toys are our friends, next school friends are our life, then boys and girls are our life, then next child marriage. Like this, values keep on changing. So don't get into this, I used to tell. This type of attachment which you carry is a big burden on your mind. Understand? Comparing yourself others, competing with other self, and losing yourself. You know your strength, and work to that best. Fullest thing you should work. You can study for 1 hour, sit for 1 hour and study very thoroughly and very attentively, very sincerely, committed, concentrating, and that 1 hour should give you 1 day's satisfaction. This is very important. The other girl can sit and study for 4 hours. Don't look at her. Let her study for 4 hours. Why are you bothered? This is the burden you carry like this ant. You carry a lot of unwanted burden, my dear children. This age is quite common even for us, we too come across a lot of burdens to carry on our back. I can see my age people and think that they are all enjoying why I should do this. We have to live to the fullest satisfaction, children. When you come here, to your satisfaction you should study. You should not give it up. Once if you get less marks, you should not lose heart. That should make you take double jump. You should take double the marks. You should study. Failures, will make you strong. That's what they say. We teach everything. About success only we go on talking. About failures. But I'll tell you, success is the shortest interval between 2 failures. Which we are not aware. So, success is not that one-time achievement. You cannot take marks and you cannot take rank and end it there. Next step comes. You have to go to higher education. Next step comes post-graduation. Next step comes the very good position, very good job. Next comes very good status in the society, very good contribution I want to do. So there is no end for it. For that you should develop. This is the footing. This is the foundation. Here you have to develop your personality. You have to nurture your good qualities. You should weed out the unwanted quality. So you should prepare a bed for your life. You should remove all unwanted things. If you don't have concentration, I think you must train yourself to concentrate. One day you will read 1 page. You are not able to remember anything. Why am I not able to remember? See now, for example, film magazines and film information on the screen, or about film stars, or about unruly leaders. If something comes, every bit of it we remember. Don't we remember? If I ask it's not wrong I am telling you. But don't you remember? You remember, isn't it? If I ask some film stars of your choice, you may tell about her height, weight, everything also, isn't it? Why? Have you attended any class about her? No. About him? No. That means you are interested in that person. You have developed interest, liking. First thing is, you should like your education. You should love your education. You must. In the class when you sit, today I want to learn. Whatever the teacher is teaching, I think I must learn today. That type of love you should develop. Take the mind under your control. Don't allow the mind to go around. It's like a mad horse. Mind is like a mad horse. It can just run wherever you want without any direction. But you have to hold it and you have to keep it under your control. And please, children, be responsible. Don't make the parents responsible for your life. Don't make the teachers responsible for your life. Even teachers have to promote in such a way that every child takes the responsibility for itself and for its performance and life. Accountable you should do. You should make them accountable. Your life is precious. You have to give something in return. Your parents have paid so much fees, you have to give something in return. Your teachers are giving so much, you have to give in return with your results, not with any money or anything. All these things, keep it in your mind. Once if you get up in the morning, Karagre Vartate Lakshmi, Karamadde Saraswati, Karamule Stita Gauri, Prabhate Karadarshana. Everything is in your hand. Strength, education, wealth. If you handle your hand properly, everything you can have it in your hand. If you don't understand yourself, you cannot have anything. Hope our children will understand yourself. Self-introspection, self-analysis. Did you understand? Self-interpretation. All these things you people should do. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.